What's going on, man? It's G Herbo, Big G Herbo. You know I'm rocking with my brother Fly Guy DC, man. The go Goaty, go
Yeah. I am the go Goaty Fly Guy DC. My Asia Symone with that 94-second scoop. But we got a special guest in the building. One of the top big dogs from the Chi-Town. Chirac is checking in the building.
Hey.
What's up, my brother?
First and foremost, how's life?
Good, man. Everything good for sure.
How's the family?
Complain. Yeah, everything's great, man.
Congratulations.
Thank you, brother.
Haven't seen you in a minute. What has Herbo been up to?
Man, I've been chilling, man. You know, enjoying fatherhood, still working, man, in the studio like crazy. You know, since the album dropped, I've been moving around, doing a lot of like, you know, back and forth from LA, Chicago. I had to stop here, of course, man, New York, shooting videos. So I've been a little busy.
Now, before we even get into the music, how different is it now? Because at first you had one, now you got two.
Right.
How much different is it now that there's another addition to your family?
Man, it's different, but you know what I'm saying, it's not, you know, it's just the only difference is with me being, you know what I'm saying, busy and on the go, it's like you gotta learn your kid again every time you get home, you know what I'm saying? It's my son, he about to be 2 months now, but it's like they learn, you know, they, of course, you know what I'm saying, you gonna see like similarities but differences in your kids. You're gonna see a lot of similarities in your kids and yourself, you know what I'm saying? And especially with them being like toddlers and infants, they grow so fast, like weeds, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I get home, it's like I'm learning a new kid.
Now, is there anything different from the newborn than it was with the first one? Like I know the long nights is always going to be there. I know the crying is going to be there, but is there anything that you're noticing that's already different just off the rip with the newborn?
Yeah, I think Essence is more like, a little more like demanding. You know what I'm saying? Like my son, he wanna, whatever is comfortable for him, he wants you to do just that. In the moment he experiencing discomfort, he like, no, he ain't having it. You know
Sound
what I'm
like you
saying?
like his daddy.
Yeah, for sure. He definitely enjoyed me being home, man. And I think I do know how to like, not saying like his mom, she got her own way of comforting him, but me, I'm just like, I don't know. I guess I'm a little more aggressive with mine. So when I do comfort him, be like, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? He like just like chilling with me for real. And then I'm up all night, so it's easy. You know what I'm saying? Like with him giving like his mom a hard time at night, it's different because she my bad, because she's sleepy. I'm up all night, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we just be chilling.
Is she going through that postpartum?
No, you know, she really got it like in the head, like it'd be amazing me, man. Like she don't really be tripping, she ain't really stressed out or nothing. It's like she just really enjoying motherhood, to be honest, man. She got it.
Absolutely right. So is there, by her being a new mom, is there anything that you're like helping her with on that aspect when it comes to, because you already have one, like when her becoming a new mom, is there anything or any advice you be giving her? Because I know you that type of person.
No, definitely for sure, man. Like for instance, you know, when babies break out, like she going through that right now. Like, what's wrong with this? She going crazy.
Yeah, she's scared.
Like, nah, he's good. It's normal. Like all
right.
babies do that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's normal. He got to break out. She like, no, what's wrong with my baby?
You already been through all this.
Yeah,
before.
I already been through it. I'm like, no, he cool. Your son went through the same thing. Like he's straight. You know what I'm saying? So just little stuff like that. Everything else she really got. Like, you know what I'm saying? She real nurturing. You know, she got little brothers. You know, she got a little sister. You know what I'm saying? So she really like, she know how to be nurturing, but it's like times 10 when it's your baby. So she just like picking up on it real quick. You know
and y'all seem real happy too together. I mean, y'all are a beautiful couple. I mean, I guess she's a little mad at you right now, but I don't know if that's like controversy.
At all, man. I don't let the internet fool you.
Yeah, you know, I know the insides. I mean, couples go through everything.
You know what I'm saying?
Now let's take it to the before we talk about the album, I want to talk to you about Chirac, Chicago just in general, because I know there's a handful of people from that city that are like gods in that city.
Yeah.
And you are one of those people. How does it feel to be who you are and having the influence on a whole city, on the whole Midwest like you do?
Yeah. You know, it's kind of crazy, man. It be like bittersweet, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been doing music and like in the music scene for like almost 10 years now, you know what I'm saying? So you got people who think like who fans of me from when I was 17 and people who fans of me at 25 and in the middle, you know what I'm saying? So it's like all different angles. People like carry it like I still probably think like I'm that same 17, 18-year-old kid and I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So really right now where I'm at with it is just trying to be like a voice of reasoning and influence because there's so much chaos in my city right now, you know what I'm saying? So it's like when I go home, I'm trying to like do all the small things to just make a difference in some kind of way. Get back to the youth, go chop it up with the youth, or go in my old neighborhood, or you know what I'm saying, just be of hope in that kind of way, you know, because like I got a big influence in Chicago at the end of the day, but it's so many other people who do, like, not just artists. It's just like the street dudes who got big influence in Chicago, you know. So it's really just trying to change the narrative where Chicago kind of like Atlanta in a sense when it comes to just getting money and making a difference because it's easy, you know. It's a lot of people that came out of Chicago that's like stars and millionaires now, so it's not impossible. But I think it'll be like times 10 if everybody came together, you feel me? So I'll be trying to use my influence like that.
I don't know if you thought about this, but maybe you should start like a nonprofit or something that you can give back. Because I mean, this kid over here, so many kids in this world right now that look up to Herbo and they may want to be a part of that. And I think the best way to do it is put them in an organization.
Yeah, no, I got my own initiative right now, you know, that I launched in Chicago. It's called Swerving Through Stress. And we bought we got a facility on the south side of Chicago that we about to turn into a multimedia facility, you know what I'm saying, for you know, one is for business, we got like a business incubator, but the other one is for you know, media, multimedia in all types of ways, you know, for production, bringing the resources for radio, TV, arts facility, you know what I'm saying, all of that in one. We already got like different sports groups and stuff working and using the facility right now, AAU teams and all that, but even with entertainment, you know what I'm saying, I feel like I really want to bring a lot of resources and have my reach come back to Chicago to build something where we have our own independent labels in Chicago, you know what I'm saying. That's a start. That's just a start of it, you know.
Absolutely.
But just trying to, you know, give these kids hope and inspiration and motivate them that way, you know, not just like, oh yeah, I got money, I'm flashy, I got cars, you can have this too, but here's how you work to get it.
This is exactly.
I definitely feel like that can happen. Now, raising your two kids, what steps are you taking differently from when you were on your uprising, when you were a kid? Like, how different are those situations? Because everybody know how G Herbo is, the life G Herbo used to live, or whatever the case may be. But how different are you making it for your kids to grow up and not be in that type of environment just because they don't have to be?
Yeah, time. It's time, man. Just trying to spend the most time and letting them learn under me because I don't live that life no more, like you just said. So they'll never really know that part of me unless I tell them, you know what I'm saying, or show them, which, you know, at a certain age, I definitely, you know, let them know me through and through, you know what I'm saying, know exactly how I was brought up and why I am the way I am right now, you know what I'm saying, but it all got to do with spending time, just letting them, you know, especially me having boys, and letting them feel like I'm there, you know what I'm saying, all the way where they don't really got to make certain mistakes, but I want them to make mistakes though. I want my kids to make mistakes, you know what I'm saying, so.
How do you think the culture took to that? Because 21 Savage posted a tweet, and he was basically saying, stop the violence, like we need to make a change for the better. And Twitter is mad at him. So what you saying, you don't live that life anymore, you know, how do you think the culture is taking to you, you know, with your transition?
The thing about the internet is people are hypocrites, you know, because I know I got a personal relationship with him. That's my man.
Right.
Just me, from my perspective. If it was me saying that, I would say that when you live the violent lifestyle and you seen people die and you witness so much, you know what I'm saying, violence, and you've been shot and you probably had to, you know what I'm saying, act violently to protect yourself and make it home, you don't want that for other people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if you don't have to live that lifestyle, or you don't have to choose that path for yourself, why do it? And that's why he tweeted that, you know what I'm saying? If you already in it and your bed is made, I feel you should embrace your truth to the best of your ability, but at the end of the day, want something better, want something more for yourself, you know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to just play cowboy all day, shoot them up, bang, bang. That's how you got to live your life when you got your kids and your mama with you, because when you live that life, you can't say pause, time out. I got my kids with me today. I got my mama with me. I want to go to a family picnic. When you in it, you in it. And all rules are what it's no rules at the end of the day. There's no rules in the street. So if you're gonna put yourself in that line of fire, it can happen to you at any given moment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when you got people with influence, somebody like a Savage or myself or whoever the artist may be that want you to, you know what I'm saying, stop the violence or not want to be violent, they not talking to those guys.
Right.
They talking to the people who they can actually help.
The reach, the ones they can reach.
They can reach, you know,
Right.
because why would you want to live that life? And why would you want the youth to live that life where it's like, we can't even get no money, and now our
Right.
kids can't grow up because we got people who just feel like it's okay to just kill.
Right.
It ain't. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So you got people, anything you do positive or anything you do that's gonna make a difference or make a change or help somebody for the better, you're gonna always have those few rotten apples that's just gonna say something, but they don't even get it at the end of the day, because if you was in a mix, you would never be mad at that tweet.
Yeah, you would
know?
never be mad at that tweet. Real people only understand. Now, a little bit off topic. Last question before we get into the album. Any more kids?
Yeah, I gotta have a daughter, man.
And I was just about to ask you that. I was about to say, do you want a daughter?
I do want a daughter.
What would
man.
you name her?
I don't know. I don't know. It'll have to be like it ain't real yet. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
I gotta know she on the way, and then I'm gonna
Right.
be thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely want to do it, especially with me having two sons.
Boys,
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Now they can protect their
Yeah,
little sister.
exactly, exactly.
So my question is, if you would have had a girl first, would you would have still kept going to get a boy? Like, cause my mindset right now, I want two kids.
Yeah.
I want a boy and a girl, and I have to have a boy first. But if I
Same.
have a girl first, I'm gonna stop. Like,
Same
cause I don't
exact.
want to run the risk of having two girls.
Two girls.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to jail.
That's
Yeah,
selfish.
no, I ain't gonna lie. I feel where you coming from, but then see me, my perspective is like, I gotta keep trying because I need somebody to protect her.
Right.
I need somebody that's like, all right, yeah. As a father, you gonna always be able to protect your daughter.
Right.
But what about like protect them from the cool standpoint, from somebody that she gonna want to
That
talk
she gonna
to
trust,
and
yeah.
tell secrets to when you can help her that
What
way.
about
You
it
know what I'm
like
saying?
Absolutely.
Like that's in school with her. Where nobody gonna want to like mess with her because her brother go to the same school.
Okay, so you're continuing to go until you get a girl.
I got to.
So
I'm
if
gonna
you
have 5 boys before I have 1 girl. I'm gonna keep going.
Now let's get into the album. Yesterday actually, and it's crazy because what's today? Today's Monday.
Yeah.
Thursday, Wednesday, and Thursday. The guys that are in here, all the interns that are in here, we had a huge
Debate.
Yeah.
literally about Chicago rappers. And I told him, I was like, G Herbo's family. And the question first came about was about how your album, Manny Supreme said it, that one right there.
Yeah.
I told the truth,
said-
I ain't gonna
said
lie.
that
Fan over
The
here.
production of your album reminded him of Jay-Z. Like the production and the quality and the sound and everything of your album reminded him of Jay-Z. Now what I told him was, I said that's a big comparison.
Like Blueprint.
Right.
I was like, that's a huge comparison.
Definitely.
And like I told him, I said, bro, G Herbo is incredible, lyrically in fucking insane. Matter of fact, that freestyle you just did, fucking crazy. I even called Repo and told Repo about it, like crazy.
Nah, Reaper,
But-
I was on the phone with Reaper before I went. Like,
Yeah.
Right before I went, I'm like, watch this, I'm finna go.
Now, in your opinion, Chicago music, G Herbo, the Dirks, the Chiefs,
Yeah,
everybody, even the Kanyes and the Chance the Rappers,
yeah,
because I don't know all the Chicago rappers.
yeah.
Right.
In your opinion, with you being a real nigga, who would you put in the top tier category of Chicago rappers? For all the people who don't know all the Chicago rappers.
Top tier when it comes to rap, and it's not.
But not even just rap, like all around. And I mean as an
Chicago.
artist,
Real around it, as an
influencer,
artist,
yeah.
influence, yeah. Sosa, you know, and I'm just off the top.
Off the
Sosa
top.
definitely, absolutely, like the influence that Sosa got on rap, especially Chicago rap and just Chicago in general. You know what I'm saying? It'll probably never be nothing like that
Right.
at this generation. Sosa, Dirt especially. I'm gonna say Dirt because people like, you know, man, that's my brother. We got a personal relationship.
Right.
Like, I don't think a lot of people really understand. What's up, son? You chilling?
We got a superstar in the
Come in,
building.
come on.
Look, you're
You
famous.
can sit on my lap. Man. I think, let me talk real quick. You gonna be a good boy? All right, cool. I think, you know, a lot of people don't really understand, like, all the adversity that Dirk had to overcome to get here. You know, like, they just see bro, like, at the top of his game, and feel like, oh, it's coincidental he got
Mm-hmm.
there. He had to put in so much work, and like
Right.
coming from Chicago, like being in the streets and everything we got going on, you gotta reinvent yourself so many times. You gotta be
Yes.
built for it. You gotta like have real thick skin. You know what I'm saying? And Dirk really built for this industry. You know what I'm saying? He built for the adversity. He built for everything he gotta overcome. And I'm gonna say, Bibby, myself.
Now,
for sure.
I'm glad you said Bibby, because I was about to ask, is there gonna be like a collab
Yeah.
from just all you and Bibby? Like
sure.
I see everybody doing the collabs now. Like the world needs that.
No, definitely. I ain't gonna lie. I always say that, like, I'm a poor bro out of retirement.
Right.
Still, hands down, he one of the best rappers, like, in this game, for sure. Like, I think people forgot he still
Right.
really got it when it come to rapping, you know what I'm saying? But he 10 times as sharp, because now he know the ins and outs of this business. He could run his own, he run his own label, for one. For two, he could distribute his own music, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that just make him 10 times as powerful, you know what I'm saying? So just as far as influence, like, when it come to influence of just being a boss, his influence is unmatched because
Right.
he did something that's never been done in Chicago.
Right.
Nobody in Chicago has really done what Bibby doing under
Right.
30 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Besides a Kanye or something like
Right.
that. You know what I'm saying? But still, even with Ye never signed an artist as big as the Juice WRLD. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
that's different. That's
Right.
a different ball game. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna say Chance because
What number we on?
He had like
that's
four.
three. I'm at four now.
Yeah, that's four.
Okay.
Chance, because you know his influence and everything that he did in Chicago and the way he came out as an independent artist and the barriers he broke down with just being with cool wavy rap, with being yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the only artists that ever come out of Chicago that
Right.
didn't have to like embrace gang culture or
Right.
embrace negativity.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Or
Makes
have
sense.
that stigma placed
And how
on.
hard is that though? Because
It's
I
hard.
know like
That's
that
hard.
in general, Chicago is like rah rah, bang bang.
Yeah.
And if you're not being that,
You're
and
not
to
popping.
like you usually not really popping.
Exactly, but you know, and Chance is probably the first and ever artist to ever be able to do that and still be like, no, that's Chance. Tilt his hat.
Respect.
Like
Yeah.
street dudes tilt their hat to him, and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And I think he did that just off because you know Chicago culture. He still grew up on 79th Street. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He still got Chicago culture. He grew up going to the rink on 87th Street where
Right.
everybody in Chicago went.
Right.
And it was one of those places where, like, if you ain't grow up like that, if you don't got no stories going to the rink, are you even from Chicago? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you've been through all that, but you didn't have to choose gang culture. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? No matter how he grew up, it's people who parents were like millionaires. You know what I'm saying? That they still chose the street life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you know, and you got everybody got the option to say I'm gonna do it or not. You know what I'm saying? And Chance chose to just be himself, and he won being himself
Exactly.
in a place where being yourself is not cool.
It's
you know?
rare.
It's rare. Like even if you not like that, you gonna make yourself want to be like that.
wanna be like
Force
that.
yourself to want to
Right.
be like that because you think it's the right thing to do.
Right.
And Chance didn't have to. You know. I'm gonna go Polo too. You know what I'm saying? What bro doing for the city is crazy. Just off of, you know, Polo give the trenches hope in a different way because it's like I think he was one of those artists that people counted out.
Right.
People
Right.
counted him out when he first came, and I always knew his potential. Like,
He just
nah,
overcame
he
it
gonna
all,
be
yeah.
one of the ones. You know what I'm saying? Like when his wave hit, like that second wave of like Chicago street rap, he was one of the ones that people just like counted out, and they think that he was gonna blossom the way he did, and he broke those barriers down like with 2 feet and just
Right.
kept going. You know what I'm saying? And he just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. You feel
I
what I'm
think
saying?
he's saying them in the order we said them too. Kind
Yeah,
of.
we
kind of
said
spot on.
I'm glad you're doing this because it wasn't even a debate about who's better than who
Yeah.
because Chicago is damn near like Atlanta when it comes to talent.
Right.
And everybody has their own lane and own
just gonna
sound.
say it's
With,
well-rounded. Well, you
it's
can't even
well
compare
rounded. Like you
everybody
can't
to
compare
each other.
everybody. So that's what it was. And I just wanted to, and I'm glad you just said that because I wanted to give my young boy right there.
I was telling it how it was. I was telling you how it was.
I just wanted to get, like, just hearing it from you can just give him a broader wide stand on how to understand the industry and everything, because he's trying to be a host, so it's going to help him understand and not to manipulate something to be just one dimensional. So I really appreciate you for that, my brother.
No, for sure, bro.
Now, album.
25.
Let's talk about it. It's a lot of songs on this album.
Yeah.
What made you go that route first and foremost?
Yeah, these definitely the most songs I ever put on the project, and I feel it's you know, it's so crazy. I feel like I went all these songs, but at the end of the day, I did it because they just all like sync with each other
Right.
in a way. Like this one of my only first projects where I felt like all my songs really went in sync with each other. You know. And it got a lot to do with the production. You know what I'm saying? It got a lot to do with the production.
Right.
But I feel like I put so much into this album because being in a pandemic and we ain't really had nothing else to do. You know, I ain't had nothing to do. We just go to the studio every day and just focus on telling this story. You know what I'm saying? Telling the story of being 25 years old, coming from the streets of Chicago, the east side of Chicago, and overcoming the adversity, losing so much along the way, but still not allowing that to define me. You know what I'm saying, as a person and who I am and where I come from and why I think the way I do. You know what I'm saying? And it's no coincidence in life. Like if a person behave this way and if a person is suffering from, you know what I'm saying, a mental illness or trying to struggle with, you know, balancing their mental health and balancing their career, balancing being a father, trying to make a difference for themselves and everybody around them, it's not a coincidence. You know, it has to do with, wait, son, what you want to talk?
He want to talk. He said, I'm on this album. I'm on Cold World. I jumped in the studio too.
It got a lot to do with their upbringing, you know, the way a person behave and how they function and the way they think. It got a lot to do with the way they came up, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to tap really into that from a perspective of being a grown man, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I went like with so many songs, because I wanted to tell that story from different perspectives.
Now, and you're making this interview that much better because everything that you're saying is leading into everything that I'm about to ask.
Right.
PTSD was a album basically about you, your mental, you getting yourself together, you trying to find yourself. And it was basically a conceptual album.
Yeah.
With this one, with 25, you got your point across in PTSD. Do you think you got your point across with 25?
Yeah, I think I definitely, I feel like I got my point across more with 25 than I did with PTSD in a way, because I felt like maybe just mental health and that whole subject was like a little too real for certain people. And it was like introduction from, like a new introduction kind of to the world, because they didn't even like think I would take that angle with just mental health and all of that, you know what I'm saying?
They look at it as dark.
Yeah,
dark
you know, and it kind of seemed like a cop out in a sense almost, you know, if you look at it from an outside perspective, like, oh, he talking about mental health, you know what I'm saying, and he in the streets and this and that, but I didn't understand that the way I behaved had a lot to do with mental health, you know what I'm saying? And me carrying a gun and me feeling like my life is at risk and feeling like everything I needed to do had to be, you know what I'm saying, vicious and violent and stuff like that. But it got to do with your, you know, your mental upbringing. And 2-5, I felt like I got my point across because I'm talking about my life from a 25-year-old perspective that reached success, but it's still bittersweet. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be certain points where, you know what I'm saying, I should celebrate, but I feel like, what is it to celebrate?
Right.
So and this is perfect. I swear to God, man. So, what do you think the issue is? Because this was another debate with us yesterday. That you're extremely freaking talented.
Yes.
But it's like that barrier hasn't been reached yet. And my take on it was, and correct me if I'm wrong, I just personally told them, and from my opinion, I was like, I just think G Herbo is content with everything that he's accomplished coming from where he came from.
From the street side.
Like, because from the street side, this is a fucking huge win. This like
Right.
a nigga from Chicago doing what you're doing is like you the fucking president. Like to keep it 1,000.
No,
Right.
So in my opinion, like the argument was, why hasn't G Herbo had that record yet?
Yeah.
And in my opinion, I was like, I think it's because he's content. Not that you're knowingly doing it because you're content. It's just like a mindset because of your upbringing.
Right.
And you're right about that. I'm not even gonna lie. You absolutely 100% right. Like certain rooms, certain environments, and just certain levels of success, I feel like I haven't reached yet because I'm just so comfortable in my own skin. Where I feel like what's for me is just for me, bro. Like I feel like I ain't really caught that record, or I ain't been able to like chase that record or just reach that super level.
So
of
do you
stardom.
think you've even tried to get that record?
No, I never tried.
But you know, 25 is on Billboard now. It opened up at number 5.
It's on Billboard because I feel like I built my brand big enough to be a star and be on Billboard and be, you know what I'm saying, mentioned in the same breath as a lot of people who really going and cracking top 10 and top 5 and get number ones every time because I just built that brand off of solely being me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no one record that you could point to like, oh yeah, this is the record.
And that's what I said. I said it's not one.
And I still had that problem like at shows. I don't know what to perform because I don't have no one record that's just gonna like turn them all the way up. You know what I'm saying? Like my show is pretty much like sold off of just, you know, my presence and the story and the journey that I'm be able to take you through on stage. You know what I'm saying? Just being me. Like, and you absolutely right. I never really reached.
Smart.
Yeah, you can watch that, man.
What made you put your sign on there?
That record, I love Cold World so much, and just the stuff I was talking about, and I had him in the studio when I recorded it, and he like, Dad, I wanna, let me rap.
He said that?
Yes.
He like, I wanna rap, let me rap.
Crazy.
But he had fell asleep, and I left, and then he went back to Atlanta. I'm like, you know what? I kept listening to the song. There was an interlude on there. Originally, I had somebody talking on the original interlude, and I'm like, man, I'm about to take it off, put my son on it. He said he wanted to do it anyway.
Right.
So when he came back to LA, he always go to the studio with me. We got in, and I was listening to the music. I'm like, son, you want to jump on it?
Aww.
Like, you want to talk? He like, yeah, I want to talk. And I just let him talk. You know what I'm saying? I was just talking. I'm like, yeah, I'm talking. So you like this song? Yeah, I like this song, of course. And you know, he
getting that bag early, but you setting them up, and that's what I think fathers should do. You know, set your kids up. Even though it was an innocent, you know, him saying, "Daddy, I want to get on the track," he still doesn't realize that when that song, it's gonna be royalties.
Get a royalty.
Yeah,
I want to say. Now, do you think G Herbo will ever come out of that corner, that box to get that record? Because we all see the potential. The world sees the potential, but everybody just knows when a person's mindset is a certain way, when their upbringing was a certain way, it takes so much to change that.
It definitely do, man. You know, and I feel like I need that record. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I'm far enough in my career to want to be able to just go out and get it and feel comfortable with doing that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I feel like I built something so real throughout all these years where it's like my business is just, it's been top tier when it comes to like just bossing up in a way.
Right.
You know, I took the independent route, the long route.
Right.
I built my brand in a way where I ain't have to go do no shows the whole pandemic. I probably did like 5-6 shows just because I was getting outside. Like they just booked me, like, we want to see them, but like I ain't really have to. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like.
Hold on, wait. You said you didn't do no shows during the pandemic. But then I just read something that said you ready to take a break. You want to be on the beach. So which one is it?
No, I said I'm gonna eventually have to go take a break. I want to, you know, me and my kids and my family. I just want to go and travel. I don't get to travel. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My girl, she used to travel all the time when we first met. You know, and I feel like I made her kind of take a step back from that. You know, so I want to get back to it just for her and to have the experience myself. You know, but. I was like, I wasn't doing those shows because I was just trying to perfect being in the studio, you know what I'm saying? But I do need that record though, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's what's gonna take me over the top, and I feel like that's what the industry been waiting on to kind of give me the respect.
So, do you think that record is going to be a record that has you out your element?
That's one thing that I don't know. Like I feel like that, and I felt like it over the years, where it's like I ain't really want to go get it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to go like blend with a lot of my peers and a
Yeah.
lot of these types of things.
Yeah.
I didn't even know how I was gonna come
Yeah.
on it myself. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So that's what I was nervous for that for a little while, but now
Are you
I
still
feel
nervous?
like I feel like now I could go catch that record that's true to me because it's people
Agreed.
who doing it. You know what I'm
Agreed.
saying? It's people who catching these records where it seems like they doing it on accident, just being they self, and it just go all the way over the top. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm gonna catch it for sure, and I don't know, big bro. I don't know if it's like I'm gonna have to focus on just straight that record, or if I'm gonna just have to just go brush shoulders with everybody and then I catch it. Like I don't know.
I think
I
it's
don't know
gonna
if
be.
I'm
I
gonna
think
catch
it's
it on
gonna
my
be a mixture.
own, or
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do it with somebody. I
Right.
don't know.
I think it's gonna be a mixture. Whenever you start coming here, you get in the studio, you gotta start letting me know. Like,
Yeah.
like seriously.
And it usually be the one that you don't think, because
That you
when
don't
he
think.
breaks people, they never think it's that record that they
Exactly.
want. It's always something else.
So, I mean, 3 words. If you could describe this album, 3 words. What would those 3 words be?
3 words to describe 2-5 would be let me see what's a word for, I would say mature.
Yeah.
It's a mature album. Mature lyrical.
Perry.
And like it's kind of like one of those. I think it's probably like my most like positive album that I put up. You know what I'm saying? Just as far as the direction I went, and still being street, like
Right.
talking real street grittiness on that. But I
Making
feel
it
like
commercial.
yeah, it's like more from a perspective where like it's getting those.
So do you think this was
Looks.
the crossover for you in your career? Like this album was the crossover that's gonna take you commercial?
No, definitely. I mean, not even commercial, but like for sure. Like I think this is the crossover to just make me give me that mainstream notoriety that I always felt like I was lacking the entire time. So now with dropping that album, I feel like my next album gonna be more mainstream.
Right.
Singles with dropping singles and just I'm gonna definitely start like working with my peers and interacting a lot more and
Right.
being seen. You know what I'm saying?
You got to.
That's why I like a lot of the time. I used to just be like, no, I ain't going.
Right.
I done got into it with my girl a couple times. Like, I ain't going to Grammy weekend. I ain't going to this. I ain't going to that. I'm
And
chilling.
you have
know?
to. You have to
G
go there.
Herbo,
Yeah.
you have to.
I got to.
You always
Not
here. You
lying,
might as well
bro.
go there.
Exactly. Like I'm always like just feeling like, no, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I
Right.
don't want to do that.
And now
But
that
that
this
it
album,
hindered my career. It stopped
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
growth in a lot of
definitely.
ways because people wanted to see me. They just weren't seeing me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And that wasn't nobody's fault but mine.
Yeah.
You talked about that Nicki collab. You had a Nicki Minaj, the whole Chirac thing, and how it boosted your whole image. And
Yeah.
I feel like those are the moments that you have to, bounce off of and capitalize
You got
on.
to.
Yeah, you got that. I mean,
And I had those moments, like I
Yeah.
had those big moments, and then disappeared.
Yeah, but
Nobody
that's
did.
it. You can't do that. You let your foot off the gas. You
Yeah.
gotta keep
I
your foot
can't
on the
do
gas.
that.
Now, last question with 2 questions before you get up out of here, because I know little man over there
Yeah.
get kind of
He on
annoyed.
YouTube now.
But what is your favorite song on the album, and why?
Yeah. My favorite song on the album is, to be honest with you, man, it's Cold World with him on it. My favorite song for one, cause I don't know, it was different just hearing my son voice
Right.
on my song.
And he sound like a pro already. He
Yeah.
sound like a real star.
Another reason, the production on that song Cold World, it's like a song that I grew up on. If people know me from Chicago, I used to like footwork and listen to house music and go to all the house parties and stuff. Like in Chicago, we got these parties called juke parties. So we used to. I grew up going to all the juke parties.
You
and it
you
just-
ain't doing that dancing now, though,
Nah,
right?
yeah. No. Just how it made me think about like my upbringing and how I grew up. You feel what I'm saying? Just when that beat came on, it was surreal to me, and then the lyricism of the stuff that I'm saying on the song. You know what I'm saying? It really has nothing to do with that. So it's like I'm joining 2 worlds together. you
Right,
know?
right.
And then just talking about overcoming the streets, like that's what I was talking about that whole song, Cold World, just like
Right.
the grittiness in the cold world that's outside and around me and overcoming that, especially in Chicago, and just talking about how I made a way, you know, for my family and for my kids and creating a lane for them, and then hearing his voice on there, you know, it's gonna make it that much better, you know, and I'm gonna be able to listen to that song for the next 5-10 years and think about, you know, my son.
Forever.
Even after that, you 60 years old, you listening to it, you hear your son on.
You know what I'm saying? So that's probably my favorite, and then if I had to pick a second favorite, it'll be Turning 25, the last song, because just I know the emotions that I was feeling when I made that song, you know what I'm saying? I really dropped it till I was in New York, turning 25 years old. It was crazy because like I lost so much along the way, bro. Like a lot of my best friends didn't live to see 25, and I was just in New York, and I knew I had this big party on the way. All my family was there, you know what I'm saying? I just felt like extremely blessed just to be in the position that I was in at 25 years old, you know, and I just recorded. I was just in the studio vibing, and I heard that beat, and I just recorded it. And then when I heard it, I'm like, I gotta make this the last song on my album. You know, like there's no better way to like come out of the album. You know what I'm saying? Like I got those favorite songs where it's like I like it, but I just like it be meaningful, like meaningful records. You know, so that's why I feel like I'll be choosing those kind of songs as my favorite because I'm always trying to like tell a story with my music. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be quick. Dream collaboration.
Dream collab? Will be between like Hov and Lauryn Hill.
Ooh.
I wanna do something.
That's the one right there. That's the one right there.
That's the one gonna give me that.
That's the one right there.
Sure.
Well, listen, man, I really, really appreciate you. I'm proud of the growth. I'm proud of the elevation. Keep elevating. And one question before you get up out of here.
Yeah.
Come, zoom a little closer. Zoom a little closer.
What's up with it, man?
When you getting married, man?
Well, I'm getting married, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna get married soon, man. I gotta get married.
She's the
man.
one.
I gotta get married.
Y'all talking
You're
about
different, bro.
Oh yeah,
you're different, bro.
She be putting the
putting the
cables
pressure
on me.
Yeah, you're different. From meeting you when I first met you, like you're just everything about you is different, bro.
Yeah,
and you can tell, like it shows, bro.
The only thing that's really been holding me back, man, is, and I'm not gonna blame it on my career or nothing like that. Like I don't wanna be that husband or that guy that just look up and I let 10 years go by my life because I'm chasing my dreams and I'm chasing something and I'm neglecting my family and what's at home right now. You know, like I really want to be a stay-home dad. Like I really want to be at the crib, like learning how to cook and all type of stuff, traveling, and you know what I'm saying. Like I don't want to be like young and married and having to go do clubs and shows and touring and all that, leaving the family. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I don't want to procrastinate either.
The old you wouldn't have never said that.
Never said that.
Never.
I would have never said it. You feel what I'm saying? But it's the truth, bro. Like I really want to like really enjoy my family, bro. Cause I've been in the streets running and gunning for so long, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm going hard right now. Cause I want to be able to chill, like for sure.
Listen, man, I appreciate you. You know, anything you need, one text, one call away, man.
Bro, you always. You know you're getting a super invite. You might as well. Do you host weddings, man?
Yes, I do. It's done. It's done. It's done. I promise you. Just do 2 quick. To officially, like we electronically sign, but to officially sign on the paperwork, right? And then after that, it's like
I just got a facility out there. I just got this little studio shit.
You got studio out there?
Yeah. So I'll just pull up on it.
Yeah,
I got my own shit out there.
Miasia, nice to meet you.
So I was about to do that.
Look, I ain't know it was gonna be hanging. I ain't know.
You got interviews all day?
I think I got like 2 more and that's it for real. Pretty well, I started at 2. What's going on, man? It's G Herbo, Big G Herbo. You know I'm rocking with my brother Fly Guy DC, man. The goaty goat. You dig? You know you're getting a super invite. You might as well. Do you host weddings, man?
Yes, I do. It's done. It's done. Yeah.